Okay.
Okay, you're live.
Matt, are you ready?
Yep, you're live.
Okay. So this is the regularly scheduled meeting of the Town of Nantucket Board of Appeals meeting Thursday, December 10th, 2020, 1:07 p.m. I'm going to start with this script for remotely conducted open meetings. There are new public participation guidelines. We are now using Zoom webinar for meetings, which allows for the public to participate in the meeting as an attendee. Attendees must register to participate. The registration link is unique to the meeting. The registration link can be found in the description of the Nantucket Government TV YouTube live feed for the meeting. People registering to be an attendee must use their names, otherwise they will not be allowed to participate in the discussion. Attendees will join in listening mode. They can click the raise hand button if they wish to speak. The chair will call, which is me. I will call on those who have raised their hands in the order they were raised. And please bear with me because some people, if they forget to unraise their hand or take it off, then it stays there. And if you put your hand back up, just be patient about the order, and I will make sure that I get to everyone as I can. We are no longer using the YouTube chat function, and all questions should be directed through me, the chair. As a preliminary matter, I'm Susan McCarthy, Chair of the Nantucket Zoning Board of Appeals. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. So we have, so Ed Toole is not here, he's still, yes? Eleanor?
I don't see him.
Okay. Michael O'Mara?
Aye.
Karam Kosayatak?
Here.
Jeff Thayer?
Sorry, here.
Okay. Mark Poor?
Here.
Okay. And Jim Mundani?
Here.
Okay. For staff, we have Eleanor Antonietti.
Here, and while I'm going to interrupt just a second, Matt, I'm sending you an email. Can you convert Ann Gifford to a panelist? That is actually Whitney Gifford, who is one of the representing attorneys, or do you need to send him a link?
I can just promote them.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm here. Bye.
Okay. Okay, so anticipated speakers on the agenda. Please note some of these people may not be logged in at the time we are doing the roll call, and they may not log on. There may be others who log on who are not on this list. So Marianne Hanley, do you want them to respond aye? Yeah, okay, Marianne, please respond aye if you're here. Or here, whatever. Okay, Linda Yates. Ethan Griffin.
Aye.
Gunnar Wilmot. Whitney Gifford.
Aye.
Kevin Dale.
Aye.
Mark Coutone.
Aye.
I saw his picture up there. Doug Mills. James Simpson. And Jeff Blackwell. Okay. So good afternoon. This open meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12th, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings. And as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you can find posted with agenda materials for this meeting, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the hearing. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will feature public comment as previously noted. For this meeting, the Zoning Board of Appeals is convening by video conference via Zoom app as posted on the town's website identifying how the public may join. Please note that this meeting is being recorded, that all attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you and take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. All supporting meeting materials that have been provided members of this body are available on the town's website unless otherwise noted. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless I, the chair, notes otherwise. We will now turn to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude their remarks, I will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, questions, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. Further, please remember to mute your phone or computer when you are not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly and in a way that will help generate accurate meeting minutes. For any response, please wait until I yield the floor to you and state your name before speaking. If members wish to engage in a conversation with other members, please do so through me and take care to identify yourself. Finally, each vote will be taken by roll call in this meeting. Okay.
Susan,
Yep.
I did hear from Ed. He is unable to attend. He apologizes. He had
Okay.
a last minute situation.
What?
He had a last minute
Okay.
situation, so.
Okay.
That's going to mean some shuffling of things a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, we'll
It's okay though,
Unless we
because
get there.
actually, the Wilmot matter, he sat on that, but we have 3 alternates who are present, who were at the table or there, so that'll be okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so first matter on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from November. Did anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns about those minutes? Oh, sorry, I apologize. The first thing is to approve the agenda. Would someone make that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'll
Would
second
someone? Okay. Who made the second?
Me.
Jim.
Okay. So motion made by Michael, seconded by Jim. I'll do roll call for all those in favor. Start with myself. Aye. Michael O'Mara,
Aye.
Karen Kosayatak,
Aye.
Jeff Thayer,
Aye.
and Jim Mondani.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, so then back to the minutes of November 12th. Did anyone have any questions or comments or concerns about how those came out? No? Okay. Would someone like to make a motion then on approving those?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor? Oh, yeah, sorry. So myself, I, Michael O'Mara,
Aye.
Jeff Thayer,
Aye.
Jim Mondani,
Aye.
and Karen Kosayatak.
Aye.
Okay. So. So moving on to old business, 11-20, Peter J. McKay and Allison McKay and David P. McKay and Ann M. Faniff, trustees of the McKay Faniff Family Trust, 21 and 25 Monahans Road. Sarah Alger was presenting for that, but they requested to continue to May 13th, 2001. Would someone make a motion to continue that?
Madam Chair, I think I need you to repeat that.
Okay. So let's see. So sitting on this one is myself, Lisa, Ed, Michael, Karen, and Jeff, Mark, and Jim were at the table. And this is application 11-20, the McKays and the Faniffs, the McKay Faniff Family Trust, the 21 and 25 Monahans. And they have requested to continue to May 13th, 2021. And Eleanor, what does that do for their action deadline?
I've already taken care of that. I didn't update it on the staff report, but I think it's correct on the agenda. Well, I didn't put it on the agenda, but it is all taken care of. Sarah signed off and I filed something with the town clerk. So their action deadline is now May 13, 2021.
Okay. Did that answer your questions, Michael?
Yes, thank you. I heard a different year, so
Oh, so maybe I said 20, sorry.
it's all right.
Yeah, we can't get out of it.
It's never ending. So would someone want to make a motion to allow the request to continue until May 13th, 2021?
I will make that motion.
Okay. Michael makes a motion. Who would like to second it?
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you, Jim. Okay, so all those in favor, myself, aye. Michael O'Mara,
Aye.
Jim Mondani,
Aye.
Karen Kosayatek,
Aye.
and Jeff Thayer.
Aye.
Okay.
So the next one, Michael's going to have to step in because Lisa's not here and you recused and Mark recused.
Okay. So, right, Lisa's not here. Okay, so this is 2320 Jeffrey R. Sale and Catherine R. Sale, trustees of the Tiger Tail Realty Trust. They have made a request to withdraw without prejudice. Oh, right, sorry. I totally missed what you're saying. So Michael has to step in because, yes. Okay, sorry, Michael, you got to do this when I'm out. Sorry.
Michael, you're muted.
Is that better?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. I guess the question is I assume they requested without prejudice?
Correct.
Okay.
I have a question. If I
Yeah.
can.
Go ahead.
So what is the effect of this when it's,
Well, Marcus is going to have to double back and make sure that they are complying with what he was enforcing against. And if not, it's going to be a continued problem. They'll be subject to fines and so forth. So when someone asks to withdraw, I don't ask them to verify what they're going to do. It's on them. The
I
onus
mean,
is on
I
them.
guess that's the procedure, but it kind of, I don't know if it makes sense without prejudice. I mean,
It does mean that they can come back with a similar application within the next anytime.
well, I mean, they can come back with another violation, I guess.
Well, they can bring the same appeal back. I don't know that. I don't
Okay.
know why.
Yeah, I was just curious. I'm just curious on this type of situation, what a withdrawal means when it's an appeal. I guess they're not appealing the
Yes, she's withdrawing her appeal. So which for all intents and purposes means she intends to comply with the things that Marcus was requiring they comply with.
Okay.
Not, that's on them. They're going to have to pay the penalties.
Thank you.
Do I hear a motion?
I will make that motion.
Okay, Jim made the motion. Who's going to second it?
Second.
Karen seconded. I'm going to start with myself, Michael O'Mara, aye. Jeff Thayer,
Aye.
Jim Ondani,
Aye.
and Karam Kosatek,
Aye.
Mark Poor.
Aye.
Okay.
No, Mark. He's
Okay,
recused.
so we had 5, sorry.
We had 5, you could only use 4, but that's fine for the purposes.
Good,
Thank you.
thank you.
So I think we can move on to the first old business.
Sorry, guys. I'm futzing around with my audio because my computer, for some reason today, is very quiet. Okay. So the next one is 25-20, Gunnar P. Wilmot, 3 Summer Street, Marion Hanley presenting. Sitting is myself. Ed is not here. So it's myself and Karam, and then Jeff, Mark, and Jim were at the table. Michael has a conflict. So I think we'll need all 5 of us to be voting on this one, if we vote. Marianne, are you here to present?
You're muted.
How's that?
That's good.
Okay. At the last meeting, Mary Ann Hanley for the applicant, Gunnar Wilmot, you had asked us to get a consent from the church next door that would be going on to their property during the course of the work. They provided that consent, and I've sent you a copy of that. You had also asked for some construction detail and a construction narrative, and Ethan Griffin has supplied that information as well. So I don't know if you have any questions on the materials that were supplied, we'd be happy to answer them.
Okay. Does anyone on the board have any questions specifically about the letter that they submitted?
I do not. I'm happy with what's been submitted.
And did that, Jeff, answer the questions that you had about? Okay.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
And you saw they had final HDC approval, which I put in the staff report.
Okay. I don't believe I had any issues with this one other than deferring to Jeff and Ed's concern about the accessing of the property and getting that letter. So Karam, do you have any concerns or questions?
No, I was satisfied with what was submitted.
Okay. And Mark Poor, do you have any questions or concerns about what was submitted and what we discussed last time?
Just one, and it's really just more of a typo. On the first page, ZBA 1, the dimension for the new slab foundation is a little bizarre.
What page of the packet are you on?
ZBA 1, page 30,
Page 30?
31.
Okay.
You'll see a 5'3" dimension that has a bunch of numbers after it.
Ethan, do you have that?
Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes.
Ethan Griffin for the applicant. So that is actually indicating, so it's a little tricky there because the property line actually doesn't follow a straight line, it angles back. So that dimension is representative of the angle, just kind of tapering closer to the house. Do you see that, Mark?
That's a degree mark then that I'm reading?
No, it's an actual dimension string. It's just that's never going to be like a number like 5'3" like on the dot, just because it's a function of wherever that angle hits.
I would have gone 5'3" plus or minus, just
Fair enough.
by the fact that you're never going to have that dimension on the as-built plan.
Correct. Plus or minus would have been a better choice there.
So Mark, would you rather see that on the plan, or are you satisfied with Ethan's?
I would rather see that just to keep a little tiny bit of flexibility in this, as opposed to a hard number that's never going to be generated on the plan. I don't want Marcus Silverstein or anyone else reviewing this and saying, what is that number?
Does that work for you, Mary Ann and Ethan?
Would that be something that we can just amend through staff? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
Yes.
Does that work for you, Mary Ann?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just send that to me, Ethan, with the adjustments, and I'll put it in the file.
Okay.
And it'll be referenced as as amended if I reference it in the decision.
Okay. And Jim, did you have any questions or concerns or additional comments on this one?
No, I don't.
Okay. So seeing that the applicant provided us with the information that we had requested, and the board seems satisfied with just that, with the addition of the one minor change to the numeric delineation on the plan, and that can be added after. Would someone like to make a motion to approve the relief requested?
I'll make that motion.
Do we need to put conditions on this one for timing?
I did recommend that in the staff report. I think, let's see, on page 3 of the staff report, I have some recommended conditions, which I'm happy to read aloud. Or you can?
Yeah, so Karen, you were making the motion?
Eleanor, can you read the conditions?
Sure. You did get the staff report though, but sure, of course I will for the public. Staff recommends approval with the standard conditions in accordance with submitted construction methodology protocol submitted into the record, which we have, in full conformance with submitted survey plans and approved HDC plans.
Sure.
Subject to a construction moratorium from Memorial Day to Labor Day of any given year. And that applies to hardscaping and exterior construction, not interior. And no further expansion within the setback without further review by the ZBA.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Those are standard boilerplate
Thank you for
in these types of.
reading them.
Okay. Okay, so Karen, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'll make the motion according to what was read.
Okay. So sitting on this one, so I will do roll call. Myself, oh wait, sorry, did we have a second?
You need a second.
Jim or
Second.
Jeff?
Second.
Okay, so Jeff seconds. Okay, so myself, I. Karen,
Aye.
sorry. Jeff there,
Aye.
Mark Poor,
Aye.
and Jim Mondani.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, so that motion carries. So next we can move into new business. The first application in new business is 2620 Jacqueline R. McCoy, trustee, Savell Nominee Trust, 47 Pocomo Road. Attorney Gifford presenting. So Whit, you have the floor.
Thank you. Whitney Gifford for the applicant, even though my sign seems to say Ann Gifford, I'm using her iPad. The applicant is seeking to modify property, the structure at 47 Pocomo Road. This is located in the Lug 3 zone. It has 128,095 square feet of lot area. Current ground cover is 2.97, with 3 being allowed in the Lug 3 zone. The requested addition is a result of a family member, a nephew specifically, was involved in a tragic ski accident, which left him paralyzed from the waist down, requiring him to use a wheelchair for mobility. The applicant is seeking to add a elevator shaft to the existing structure that would partially fill in an existing window well that would house the cab of the elevator and the mechanicals next door to it, and allow Matt to be able to go from his bedroom down to a lower level, which contains fitness equipment that he uses for physical therapy and rehabilitation, as well as a family recreation area. You have seen the submission from the architect, who's indicating that we are adding 96 square feet of an addition, as shown on the plans by Sullivan and Earl. The ground cover had about 33 square feet to get it to 3%, which means that we're looking at a net ground cover overage of 63 feet, or roughly 0.05% of the lot area, which would yield a 3.05% ground cover post construction. The applicant received HDC approval back in September, and they are looking to try and regularize this situation. Unfortunately, this is not a situation where a ramp would work. That's why we're here asking for the variance relief. Happy to take any questions.
Okay, I'm gonna start down the list. And there are no conflicts on this one. Okay. Michael O'Meara, I'm going to start with you. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns about the variance criteria?
He needs to unmute.
Sorry about that. I think this meets our requirements for a variance, given the fact that there's a handicapped issue here. So I haven't seen anything yet that tells me that we shouldn't approve it.
Okay. Kiram, same question for you.
Same answers, Michael.
Okay. Jeff there?
My thinking is consistent with my previous board members.
Mark Poor?
If this isn't a hardship, I don't know what else is.
Okay. And Jim Mondani?
I am in agreement with everyone else on the board.
Okay. I am in agreement as well. Reading the requirements for a variance specifically finds that owing to circumstances relating to the soil condition, shape, or topography of such land or structures, not affecting generally the zoning district in which is located, a literal enforcement of the provisions of this chapter would involve substantial hardship, financial or otherwise, to the petitioner or applicant, and the desirable relief may be granted without substantial detriment to the public good and without nullifying or substantially derogating from the intent or purpose of the bylaw. I agree with my board members. This is exactly the type of thing that a variance can be used to do some good. And as Attorney Gifford said, this property does not work with a ramp. So I would ask, does someone want to make the motion to approve the relief as requested?
Sure, I would make that motion.
Okay, and would someone second?
Second,
Second.
All right, who was that first? Michael? Doesn't matter.
I
That
believe.
was Michael.
Okay, so let's see. Jeff made the motion. Michael seconded. I'm just going to read down for roll call. So myself, I, Michael O'Mara,
Aye.
Karen Kosatek,
Aye.
Jeff Thayer,
Aye.
and Mark Poor. Oh, wait,
Aye.
is that too many? Oh, no,
You
that's
only need 4, right?
okay. Great.
You need 5.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, 4 ayes, but 5 votes. Yeah.
Yeah, did we? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just confirming what. Mark-
Okay, sorry. My numbers are messed up because Ed's on there. So I thought Mark was number 6. So we're good. Okay.
Mr. Wilmot, your matter's all set. You were approved, so you don't need to hang out unless you'd like to. Okay. And we can't hear you, so if you want to say something, you need to unmute.
Are we good?
I think, thank you very much, board. Appreciate it. Make sure that Mr. O'Mara gets some sunscreen on his self so he doesn't burn. Thank you.
Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Okay. Our next one is 27-20, 7 Starbuck Court LLC. This is 7 Starbuck Road, and Attorney Kevin Dale is presenting, and there are no conflicts. Okay, Kevin, you have the floor.
Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. My name is Kevin Dale. I'm an attorney who represents the applicant 7 Starbuck Court LLC and the James Simpson family, the owners of the residential property, historic residential property located at 7 Starbuck Court. My client asked the board to grant a special permit to convert the existing garage to a garage studio. The garage studio is known as the Wagon Shed. It's an historic building. It's shown on the Sanborn map. Property is also shown as parcel 67 on tax map 4233. It's located in the residential old historic district. And along with the Wagon Shed, there's a dwelling known as the Candle House. And as I said, both structures show on the 19th century Sanborn map. The property has an area of approximately 18,536 square feet. It has ground cover of 1,950 feet. That's 10.5%. 50% is the maximum allowable ground cover in this ROH district. The property is non-conforming as to frontage. It has 13.52 feet, more or less, frontage on Starbuck Court. And the minimum frontage requirement in the ROH district, as you know, is 50 feet. The garage is located on the northerly property line and does not comply with the 5-foot minimum setback requirement. Again, both structures have been in their current location and configuration for more than 150 years. My client seeks a special permit under section 133, strike that, 139-33A1 of the bylaw, to convert the garage to a garage studio. As a practical matter, the garage has been used as a de facto garage studio for decades. As many of you know, the Folks family owned the property for many years. And the garage had a single bay for a car and a recreational area with ping pong table and other recreational accoutrements. What my client proposes to do is to convert the garage to a garage studio by maintaining and preserving the single bay garage space, having another room and a small bathroom. The footprint, height, and location of the garage will stay the same. My client has a certificate of appropriateness from the Historic District Commission for the exterior renovation of the building. What this will do will preserve this historic building. It won't be substantially more detrimental to the neighborhood than the existing building. There will be no increase in intensity of use because, as I've said, this building has been a garage studio for decades. There's no opposition to this application. In fact, a direct abutter, Ann F. DeWeets of 5 Milk Street, has written in support of the application. She notes in her letter that this garage has been used as a, quote, hangout place for young people in the Folks family with a ping pong table and other accoutrements. And she also says the conversion of the garage will preserve an interesting structure and prevent it from falling into disrepair and decay. She says it better than I could. My client is extremely sensitive to the neighborhood. He's met his neighbors. He's doing a historic renovation of the property. I'd ask that you and your wisdom grant a special permit, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Susan, we can't hear you.
Susan, you're muted.
Sorry. Sorry. So did anyone else want to speak on this one? No. Okay. So Michael, I was going to start with you, Michael. Do you have any questions, comments, or concerns for the applicant?
I don't, and I was just looking, I can't remember if there's any neighbor participation in this one way or the other.
One direct abutter, the DeVazes, did submit a letter of total support.
Thank you.
It's in the packet.
Okay. Karen, same question for you.
Nothing from my end. When's the construction gonna be done? It looks pretty, it doesn't look that intense, so I can't imagine that there's gonna be issues with parking or anything else around for the neighbors, so. Other than that, I'm pretty good with it.
Okay. Jeff? Sorry.
I'm no problem here.
Okay. Mark?
I really only have a technical question for Mark Tutone based on the fact that I believe this is a change of use. Whether there is a fireproofing requirement for the structure that is within the setback.
That is correct, Mark. And the current drawings that have been produced to date do reflect that.
Thank you.
That cross section of the wall section to accommodate the fire rating.
Great, thank you. And Jim, same question for you.
No, it's pretty straightforward to me. Something that would warrant a variance.
Okay, I feel the same as the board members. I feel like it's squarely within 139-33A1.
Yeah, special permit, not variance.
Right, yep.
Correction, special. I mean, special or permanent.
So if there's no one else has comments on this one, would someone like to make a motion to,
I'll make that motion.
and again, does this location require any limits on construction, Eleanor?
I don't think they're doing anything really very onerous here. It sounds like it's mostly interior work.
Right, okay. Sounds good. Okay, so Kiram, you made that motion? Okay, and who would like to second that?
I'll second it.
All right, Michael. Okay, so I'm just gonna go down the list. Myself, I, Michael,
Aye.
Kiram,
Aye.
Jeff,
Aye.
and Mark.
Aye.
Okay, so that motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Eleanor. I'll send you a draft decision to review.
Excellent.
Thank you, Kevin.
This is James Simpson. I'd like to thank the board for their time and consideration.
You're welcome. Okay,
You're welcome.
and then this is the end of our,
It's our last meeting of 2020. Yahoo!
oh my God. I was thinking that we would be back in person in January, but now it looks like probably not.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
Never know, but not foreseen for the moment. We're still being told to do everything on virtual platforms. So, and
Yep.
most colleges aren't staying some form of remote. So, unfortunately, but I will be sending you guys any information pertaining to the upcoming town meeting, planning board type meetings where those are discussed. So you can keep abreast of that.
Thank you.
And I will have decisions signed. I'll have a couple of decisions for signature. So while I have your attention, who's here, who's leaving. If you want to email me that, you don't have to put it on, tell me now, but if someone can email me, if you plan to leave it all over the next 3 weeks so that I don't worry about getting signatures and I time it appropriately, because I feel bad when I reach out to you guys and you've left and I should have known. So.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely, is there anything that's coming up? I mean, I'm not planning on going anywhere, but is there anything coming up that is time sensitive that we should be aware of?
Just these decisions that I'd like to certainly get drafted. I have one that's 99% done, and then the two that are supposed to have been drafted by Sarah Alger that are from September, and she keeps telling me she's going to, but I'm sure she will. And I'll have the decisions from today, so 3. So there are going to be, if I counted correctly, 6 decisions to get signatures on. So
Okay.
that's
Well,
the
maybe if you could give us, like, if you know it's going to be ready like the next day,
right?
You know what I mean? Just to give people a heads up so they can schedule it in their day or be ready.
No, that's totally fine. I just am looking, the holidays are coming up and I
know it's so
I'm supposed
quick.
to travel, but if people know that they're going off, if you don't mind individually sending me an email saying, I know I will be off island between such and such, so I don't pester you and I can make sure that I get it to you before you leave.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so does someone want to make a motion to adjourn, or does if no one has anything else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And who would like to second that?
I'll second it.
Okay. So I'll start with myself. I, Michael,
Aye.
Kiram,
Aye.
Jim. I saw his mouth move, and Jeff.
Aye. Aye.
Okay. And Jeff. Okay.
Aye.
Okay, so we are adjourned. Everybody have a great rest of December, and we'll see you in the new year.
Thank you.